I've had so many of you guys requesting this video. I'm finally sharing with you what is included in my BYOP palette that I created specifically for the spooky season. So if you guys want to learn more about this eyeshadow palette, what's included in it, swatches and everything, then definitely keep on watching and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. So we have here, this is actually a palette that I created a couple years ago with the company uh Unhidden Beauty. They used to be able to do like customizable palettes. You would pick the shades, you would rename the shades, and then you could design the packaging as well. They have since gone out of business. They were actually the first beauty brand to give me like an affiliate code, which was amazing. But I absolutely loved their shadows. At one point they were named Beautonomy, so that's where the palette came from, and I did pull some shades from that palette. So some of the shades in here you cannot purchase, but I'm going to leave down below other shades that are like similar to the shades that I have from Unhidden Beauty, like from Devinah, respectively, so that you guys can see. And I also have some Makeup Geek shades in here as well. I really tried using just ones that I had in my collection. If you do have the matrix system from Makeup Geek, you might have these shadows and you could definitely pull them out, or you can pull out something similar. You don't have to have the exact shade from the exact brand. You might be able to find something similar from another brand. Why did I build it? So the reason why I built this eyeshadow palette was because I was completely obsessed with the Nomad Cosmetics Witch City Salem palette, and I decided to create one of my own. So you'll notice that the color story is very similar to the Nomad palette, and honestly, like if you don't have shades like this and you're looking for a color story like this, the Nomad palette is 15 pans, I believe, and it is the same color story. But let's get into what shades I have, and I'm going to do live swatches for you. We'll just do it on my arm here so that you guys can see. If you need a good pan puller, Devinah has one. So the first shade that I have, this is actually from Looxie Beauty, and Looxie Beauty is actually no longer around, but this is I honestly would call this like a Halloween orange. It does a shift from an orange to a green to a yellow, and it does have this like really beautiful sparkly shift in it. If you have this, the shade is called Many Moons, and it has a yellow, green, orange shift in it. It's a very, very soft shadow, and this is the first shade that I chose in this palette because I wanted something that was that like Halloween topper sparkly orange shade, and this one's just, it is so pretty. The next one in this palette is actually from Unhidden Beauty, and this is kind of like a burnt orange. It actually really matches my shirt, and I don't actually have a shade name for this. I will try and link a shade down below, but it is more of a burnt orange shade. It's not like super, super bright in color. It is definitely a burnt orange, and I would definitely say that's the best way to describe it. It's just a plain matte shade, and it's really, really nice too. I actually used it on my eyes today, and it is just a really nice shade that you can use to like throw in the crease. You can put all over the lid and then top it with that orange shade if you want to do something super, super easy. Next in the palette, I have this shade from Devinah, and it is called Blood Moon. It's actually on my eyes today, and this does a orange to a red to a green shift, and it is basically like it's supposed to be a blood moon, and it is a multi-chrome. This is actually one of my favorite shades in the palette because it is so dimensional. It is so beautiful. Like I can't get enough of like how this shifts on my lid, and also how it shifts. Like you can see the shift here on my finger as well. So this is, it does have a, it looks like a black base to it, but it does shift from a red to an orange to like a green shade, and it's called Blood Moon, which I felt was like really, really fitting for this palette. But it also just like translates on the eyes just so pretty and very like dimensional and very like grungy, which is also what this palette, like this palette definitely reminds me of like grungy eyeshadow looks for like spooky season. This is another Unhidden Beauty shade, and honestly this is just a taupey brown shade, and I use this quite a bit. It's like a taupey brown, and so if you're looking for like a light taupey brown shade, that's basically what it is. Light taupey brown. The next one is from Devinah, and this is actually one of my favorite shades from Devinah. It's called Blood and Cocoa, and this is basically like a deep, rich, sparkly shade. It's a neutral technically, but it also has a little bit of like a dark chocolate and also like a dark reddish tint to it as well. I've actually done like a whole collection of like collection review. This is from Decadent Desires, but I added this one in because it has this like red undertone in it, and it mixes so beautifully with these like red and purple tones that you see in this eyeshadow palette. And I can't get enough of this shade. I think it's so beautiful. I also have another shade. It is Chromosphere. This is also from Devinah. This does a shift from like an orange. It has a little bit of a yellow in it to a green to almost a blue, and it is, oh, it's so pretty. So this is the shade here. It kind of reminds me of like a Medusa shade. It does have a little bit of a yellow in it as well. And it is this like beautiful multi-chrome green. Like you can see here, it's this beautiful multi-chrome green. It has a little bit of a gold in it, and it really just plays well with the other colors that are in this eyeshadow palette. I have like a minty green shade, and this one is from Makeup Geek. It is called Mint to Be, so it is a mint green shade. And when I wear this, it does translate kind of minty green, and it does pair really nicely with this green multi-chrome from Devinah, Chromosphere. And it is just such a really pretty like minty color. I like popping it on the inner corner sometimes. I like popping it kind of like as a crease shade if I'm doing like a green look, or if I'm doing like an orange and a green look. Like it's pretty versatile. This next shade is from Terra Moons, and this is Bonfire. So it's a red to a yellow shift in it. And this is more like and it kind of looks a little bit purple leaning too, like when you actually look at it. So it does have this like beautiful yellowy red shift, and I can't get enough of this one either. This one's another favorite one in this palette, and I like really pairing it with these deeper purples and reds, and like it just looks so pretty and so dimensional in this eyeshadow palette. And it really, like, there's a lot of specialty shades in this eyeshadow palette, and I wanted specialty multi-chrome shades. This one is from Unhidden Beauty. It is Discontinued, but it is pretty much like a purpley red shade. There's some other brands that also have a shade like this, and it's just like this like purpley red shade. It's really pretty. It kind of reminds me of, I think I named it Vampire in my palette, but this is what it looks like. It's like a purpley red shade like this. It's super pretty. I actually have it on today, and honestly I just love the way that it translates. It can look a little bit more purple, or it can look a little bit more red depending on what colors you place it with. Next is another specialty shade. This is called Frozen Waves. It's a purple to a green, and this honestly fits in so well. This is from Devinah, but this fits into this color story so well. I love this one too. It's almost like a iridescent, like sparkly taupe type of shade, and it is purple to green shifting, super sparkly. Love this shade. It's really a really good addition to this palette. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I can't get enough of it. This is Celesta, and this is also from Devinah. This is actually, I have this on my lid today. It's on the inner portion. So this is a green to almost a yellow shift. And this does not have that blue undertone. It's actually more sparkly than the Chromosphere shade. This one I feel like it's just way more sparkly, the way it translates on the eye. And it really pairs nicely with the reds, because it does have a little bit of like a red shift in it as well, as you can see. And it also is just really, really, like, it's super sparkly. I have another Makeup Geek shade. This is Spilled Tea. I would say this is just your typical run-of-the-mill green. It's almost like, it's like kind of like an emerald green, I would say, maybe a little bit darker than that. It does not swatch well, but when it's actually on the eye, it looks really pretty. But it's like an emerald green. It has a little bit of a blue undertone to it. It's a little bit more cool leaning, but I do like the way it looks with some of these other shades in here as well. It's really pretty, and it really goes with like the green shades in this color story. It's just so good. I have Crimson Mocha, and this is also from Devinah's Decadent Desires collection. Again, this is one of my favorite collections. This one is a little bit more red, like rose gold leaning. It is super, super pretty. It's a little bit more like warm toned compared to Blood and Cocoa. So it definitely plays well with like those oranges and those reds, and it's definitely a little bit more warm toned, but it's also like super sparkly. Then we have Esme from Devinah, and this is like a, I want to say it's like a gray toned purple. It's very, very, like it looks gray toned to me, especially when I swatch it out. Like it could look gray depending on what colors you put it with, but it's definitely like this gray tony purple, and it's very, very, very cool toned. Like it doesn't have a lot of red in it. It definitely is more like blue leaning with that gray, and it's really pretty when you pair it with the other purples. Like I have it on today with some of the oranges and the red that I have on my eyes, and it's just, it creates a really good dramatic effect, and it really helps you layer those colors on your lid that much better. We have Australis from Devinah, and this one is a pink to a green. Like it is so pretty, like purpley pink to a green. It's definitely a multi-chrome, and this is just very, very, it's not by any means at all like sparkly. This is very, very foiled, and the way that it applies, it looks green or can look green, but it also has that like pink shift in it, and it looks really pretty pairing it with like the purples or the greens, or you can pair it with the oranges and it'll pick up a little bit of that orange because it does have a little bit of a shift like that. It's really pretty. This is another shade from Unhidden Beauty, the brand that is discontinued, but all it is like this fiery bright orange shade. And I had to put this one in here because it really complements the burnt orange shade, and it really is this like, it's super fiery, but it's very orange and it's very bright, and it actually looks a lot like my shirt too, but it's not as like burnt looking. It's definitely a brighter orange. From Sydney Grace, I have the shade Crescent Moon. This is actually just a true gray matte. So I had like a taupey matte, I had a purpley matte. This is literally gray. This is a gray matte, and that's all it is. Like you can see here. Definitely a cool toned gray matte. I have a matte black shade. This is also from Unhidden Beauty, and there are actually tons of brands that have just like this matte black, but basically it's just like super, super opaque matte black. Devinah actually has a black shade as well, and it's really beautiful, but this is from Unhidden Beauty. Like look how opaque that is. Look how black that is. I really like using it as like a liner or to deepen up or create a smoky eye or something, and that's why I threw it in this palette, because I knew that this palette needed black so that I could do like jack-o'-lantern or witch feeling or something like that. Like it needed a black shade. We have a Makeup Geek shade. This is Invincible, and I would describe this as like a grape purple. Like that's what it reminds me of, a purple grape. I think they have one that's like a purple grape shade as well, but it is just like, it kind of feels like an electric purple, but it's a little bit darker than that. And I like it because it pairs really nicely with the like gray purple in this palette, and it's super pretty. And I actually used it to deepen up the outer corner of this look today, even though it looks mostly orange. I did put a little bit of purple in there to kind of like deepen it, but I didn't want to use the black today because I didn't want anything like super, super dark. So that purple is really, really pretty. The last shade in this palette is called Midnight Nova, and this is a purple to a blue to a pink shift. This is very like fairy lights. This is probably one of the lighter shades in this palette, and honestly I just love the multi-chrome shift in it. I've actually put this over the purple before, and it looks so good on the eyes because of the type of shift that it is, and it literally just reminds me of like, honestly it reminds me of fairy lights, but when I think about like Halloween, it just looks so like ethereal and like magical, because there are some magical thoughts behind Halloween as well. Here are all the shades for this BYOP. This is what they look like swatched all over my arm. This is the color story. It is so beautiful. This is a 20 shade palette, so I have 20 shades that are included. I think my favorites so far have been like mostly the oranges and the reds, and I love using the purples as well, but this is such a fun palette to play with. It's so fun to play with, and if you have shades that are similar like these, you can create like a spooky Halloween feeling color story too. So those are the shades that I picked for my BYOP Halloween palette. I'm going to show you a couple looks that I've gotten with this palette as of late, and just give you like, I have a tutorial for this one, and then I have another tutorial that I'm going to show you guys, and I've been obsessed with this palette. I actually think this is going to be one that like I don't take apart. Like I don't think I'll be taking this one apart because I just love it so much. Like I just love this color story so much. It is so fun, and I can't get enough of the colors in this. I can't get enough of the fact that it has a little bit of neutral, a little bit of orange, green, and purple, and literally that's what fall reminds me of. Like, it reminds me of like fall, Halloween. Like, this is like the ultimate palette for that season. So that is my BYOP. Now we're gonna get into the tutorials. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorials of my BYOP like fall Halloween palette. Everything for each shade is linked down below. If it's a discontinued shade, I did try to find something that would match from like Devinah or Terra Moons or, you know, other brands like that that have very similar shades to these ones, so that you're able to pull from those if you have them in your collection, or if you want to build this palette, you can do that as well. But this is such a fun palette. I have not been able to put it down. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys love it too, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorials. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing before you go, and I hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye!